we right now? Huh?
Nine Safari.
Dine Safari.
The gate is opening behind here. Open it up. Look at
Trespassers will be needed.
Today we'll be traveling along 8th Trail through 7 large game reserves.
Everyone can see the llama, right?
Hello. Okay.
Alright, so we're going to pull up a little bit closer, and if you direct your attention to the right-hand side, you'll be able to see some of our llamas.
Llama.
Now, llamas were first domesticated by the ancient Incan civilization about 4,000 years ago. They are actually the South American relative to the camel, even though they do not have a hump. Now, the llamas have been used as pack animals for centuries, but they're never ridden because they possess a couple of natural. Now, you will notice that they have 2 large eyes on either side of. Now, the cheetah is a truly rare and endangered species, and they were primarily hunted for their spotted coat. There's an estimated only 7,000 remaining in the wild today. Now, the lion, whose size, power, and bearing have captured the human imagination for many years, is typically called the king of beasts. Now, as a species, they were typically associated with Africa, yet they developed much further north in Europe during the last ice age. Their domain is now limited to areas south of the Sahara, with a small number living in the clear forest of India. That being the lioness, who hunts their prey with great hunting skill. The pride will cautiously surround its prey, and then quickly within 11 meters. Now, lions will typically gorge on a hill, and they can then go without food for approximately 5 days. Here it's different though. They're fed about 6 pounds of AAA grade beef and chicken each day. This meat is supplemented with the necessary nutrients to promote their health. You can see them kind of playing around in the grass over there. The males must not exceed a weight of 600 pounds or a height of 160 meters. Now, you may be able to notice some of these efforts picking at each other, and this is a good process for bonding. They do this to remove ticks and fleas. Now, communication is very complex because they are such a social animal. They have many different forms of vocalizations and non-verbal forms of communication. This includes barks, grunts, screams. Some of the non-verbal are lip smacking, shoulder shrugging, and nose contact. So the ostrich is the largest living flightless bird. They have very strong legs that let them run at speeds of about 70 kilometers an hour. They can maintain this for about 30 minutes. Now, they're not very smart creatures as their eyes are smaller than their brain is smaller than the size of their eyes. They can live up to 15 years and reach a height of 2 meters, weighing about 330 pounds. Now, their feathers and skin were once very fashionable items, which led to the domestication of them. They now thrive in adequate in the wild. Now, the males have black feathers and the females have gold gray. The males can have up to 4 females in his harem, but he is also a very good father, so he doesn't neglect his children. The father will make a set of swats, so you'll never actually see them with the same kind of pattern. Now, the babies stand about 1.8 meters tall and can weigh up to 143 pounds, but the adults stand a staggering 6 meters tall and can weigh up to 33 creatures unless they are protecting their young. They use their legs to deal some serious damage. One, horn-like structures on the head called ossicodes. These are made from ossified cartilage, and they were made covered with like a furry skin kind of arrangement. The 2 large ones on the top of their head are very common, but they might have some on their forehead or even behind the ears. 600 pounds, supplies supply of blood.
Hello, partner.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Nature Boy Scenic Railway. My name is Evan and I will be your tour guide on the tour today. Just a friendly reminder, there is no eating, drinking, smoking, or vaping on the train, and I also ask that you please remain seated with your arms and your legs well within the train carriage at all times. Predominant vegetation in this area includes willow, ash, elm, poplar, and a large sheltering white pine forest. Please note that the Nature Boy Scenic Railway is intended as a scenic ride and not as an animal display. Therefore, it will only be by chance that the animals are seen. Please keep your eyes open and your cameras ready. To have exited the train, the path leading off to the right is the gateway to the show areas, including Bear Paradise Show.
Come here.
Angelo, look at me. Take a picture.
And this is a scenic ride and not an animal display, so if we see any animals, it is by chance. So fingers crossed. Unfortunately, the survival of many animals, especially the primates, is threatened by widespread habitat destruction, hunting, and the rapid acceleration of human encroachment on the remaining habitats.
Uh-oh. Angelo, you're late. Go. They want to do it again?